Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. So today is part 2 of my makeup collection series video. So I'm going to talk about my concealers, brows, and powders. So I'm going to start off with concealer first. I have the NYX HD Studio Concealer. This is a corrector. This is the color yellow. I use this as a brightener because my skin is really yellow undertoned, and I feel like a lot of concealers from the drugstore in particular fail to meet my expectation on being yellow enough, and so this one does its job. I do feel like it is a light coverage concealer though, because when I do use it over my foundation, it's not like it's gonna cover up a whole bunch of my dark circles, even though it is a corrector. I don't know, I feel like it works best under foundation. So, I mean, it's pretty good. I have yet to try the actual colored concealers from their line, but so far this is pretty good. The next concealers I want to talk about are the ones from Rimmel. This is their Wake Me Up Concealers. It's an anti-fatigue effect plus radiant glow concealer, and I have the color medium and light. I couldn't find a light medium in store, but that's fine. I just got the 2 shades, and I think that they work really well under and over foundation. It is definitely a buildable concealer, and what I like to do on days where I have pimples or just really dark under eyes, I'll go in with the darker shade first under my foundation, apply the foundation, and then go in to highlight my areas with the lighter shade, and it just works so well for me, and I really like these. I think I like this one better than the next one, in all honesty, and it's just a little bit cheaper. This is my go-to drugstore concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. This is a eraser for dark circles. It's also a treatment concealer. It's infused with goji berry and haloxyl. I have the color Nuetralizer. This is such an amazing product, and I think that if you use it a lot over time, your dark circles, the appearance will diminish, and I think that's pretty cool. The color Nuetralizer in particular is a beautiful yellow undertone concealer, and I like it better than the next one. It is definitely comparable to the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's a lot more lightweight. It still is full coverage. It doesn't crease, and I feel like it doesn't fade throughout the day. It doesn't get all like patchy or blotchy. It's really nice, and it's such a beautiful formula, and every single time I run out, I always get a new one. Speaking of the Tarte Shape Tape, I have both the color medium and light medium. This is an amazing concealer. Oh my goodness. It's so full coverage. It dries on its own, so you don't have to set it, but you could if you want to. Powder on top of it doesn't look cakey. This doesn't really fade throughout the day, and it's just so good. I love it so much. And what else do I have to say about this? It's just, I feel like you could just use it as foundation. It is just so amazing. I love the applicator because a little, oh my god, a little bit goes a long way. That's what I love about this foundation. I can literally dot 2 dots under my eyes and it just covers the whole entire area. It's so good. Definitely try it if you haven't already. Another high coverage concealer is the It Cosmetics by Undereye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer with Hydrocollagen Vitamin C and K. This is a small sample, but it's a little bit goes such a long way, like everybody says, and it is just so amazing. Although it doesn't really settle on its own, you do have to set it. It lasts all day. It's waterproof. You can go swimming in this. My sister uses it. I have the color neutral medium, by the way, and it's just so, ooh, It Cosmetics. You're so good to me. The only It Cosmetics things that I don't like is the CC cream. I could pass on that any day. We're gonna move on into powders. The one that I wanna talk about is a loose face powder. This is the Coty Airspun. I have the color Translucent. This is such an amazing product. It is definitely full coverage. Like, if you want your concealer to stay in place throughout the whole entire day, this is what you would want to bake with. Stephanie, I'm filming.
I got you something.
Okay. What is that? Oh. How much was this?
Like $4.
Nice. What was I saying? It definitely locks everything in place, and it is definitely full coverage. The only drawback that some people have with this is the scent. It is very strong. It's like a very antique smell. Very mature. I don't know. It's like one of those expensive, like those expensive perfumes that have that certain musky floral scent. Yeah, this is kind of like that, but I don't mind the scent. It definitely goes away, and it's just amazing. It's very finely milled, and you can find it at Walmart for about $5–6, so that's really nice. Another loose powder that I want to talk about is the RCMA No Color Powder. I love these two for, I don't know, the same reason. This is a really nice lightweight powder. This is definitely more finely milled. Like when I move it around, it looks like water. That's how finely milled it is. I do have to say that if you don't fully whisk it off, it is going to leave a white cast. And even though it does say no color powder, that's only if you dust it all off your face. And you know, if you're a darker skin tone than I am, maybe like a tan or like a deeper skin tone, definitely dust this off with a skin toned powder that matches your face, and I think things will be okay. This is a little bit more expensive than the Airspun powder. Let me see how much. This is 3 ounces, and this one is 2.3 ounces. This one looks like it has more, but yeah, this one I think is about $10. Next product that I want to share with you guys is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Pressed Powder. I have the color Tan Beige. I don't really reach for this powder. I don't think I like it as much as I do with another powder that I'm going to show you next. This is alright. I feel like I mentioned it before, not a lot of drugstore products have a really nice yellow undertone to it, so I think this one has just a slight bit more of a neutral undertone, which makes me look a little bit pink. It just doesn't look that great on me, but I mean, it works as a great dusting off my bake powder, so I mean, I'm gonna try and use it up as much as I can, but it's not my favorite. Now this bad boy, this right here, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Natural Beige. Yes, girl, this is everything to me. I've gone through one whole powder compact, and now I'm like halfway done. Like you can see I already hit pan. It is just such a beautiful powder. Like if I put it on top of foundation, I know it's gonna give me that extra coverage, and I know it's gonna set my makeup in place. It is so good, girl. It is so good. This is my exact skin tone shade. That's why I love it so much. And it doesn't make me look too pink or too yellow, because that rarely happens, but just letting you know. It is just such an amazing powder. It's finely milled, and I think a little bit goes a very long way. I've had this powder for about, I want to say like 8 months. And I've already like hit pan on it. I don't know. I've gone through one whole one already. It's so good. Next one that I have is the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation in the color medium. This is a little sample size that I got at Ulta. It's a really hefty sample because it doesn't even look like I even used any, but I know it gives off a really beautiful pigment to it, kind of like the Maybelline Fit Me. It doesn't look like it's going to really match me at first, but I think that once it's on the skin and once it mixes in with my foundation and the heat of my skin, it kind of just melts together and it matches me, which is really nice. It's a color correcting foundation, so it's just going to even out your skin tone, which is really nice. And I think that the formula is really soft and smooth, but I feel like the touch is a little deceiving because I feel like when I swatch it on my finger, it feels really dry. But then on my face does not feel dry. It doesn't emphasize like any peach fuzz or anything like that. It makes my makeup stay intact, which is really nice. And I don't think I'm going to hit pan on this anytime soon because I've had it for a few months now and it doesn't even look like I made a dent into it. You know you love a powder when it's broken and you use literally every single part of the product. I have like little crumbs left, but this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Pressed Powder. I've never gone through a powder so fast in my life. This has definitely been such a huge lifesaver. Now, I don't want to say I struggle with pores because I know that my pores are not really deep or they're not really big, but I do see them, you know, with certain foundations, certain powders, and I feel like this does such an amazing job with blurring my pores. It's just so weird. I remember the second day I wore this, I wore it to work, and one of my coworkers, he was like, "Oh, your skin looks really good. What did you do?" And the only thing different that I did was this powder, and I noticed that with the heat of my skin, it melts the powder, and my pores and fine lines are vanished. Like sometimes I have like forehead wrinkles from like me doing this, and this just doesn't settle into those lines. I mean, I feel like it does settle it in those places, but in a good way, where it just looks filled and your skin just looks like porcelain smooth. So this is an amazing product and I can't recommend it enough. We're going to transition into the eyebrows now. I'm going to talk about the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the color Dark Brown. I do want to mention though that I do have a brow routine video on my channel. I uploaded it really recently, so you guys should check it out if you guys want. This changed my life because it was my junior year of high school when I actually started investing in actual eyebrow products and not just eyeshadows, and this changed my life. The first color that I bought was chocolate, and little did I know that that was way too light for me, and so I was like, okay, after I finish this one, I'm just gonna go into dark brown. This is my perfect shade. I'm wearing it in my eyebrows today. It's super nice, and it definitely is a lot of product for a little bit less money, because I know that a lot of her brow products are $20, so you get 0.14 ounces for $18. I think that's an amazing deal, and a little bit goes a very long way with the pomade in general. So definitely, if you haven't tried this out, or if you're looking for a great starter eyebrow product, definitely try this. I do have the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Dark Brown. I got this on sale on my birthday, April 8th at Ulta for $10. So that was a great deal, so I stocked up on some. And originally I didn't like the Brow Wiz because I had chocolate and that was way too light for me, but now that I have my actual color, I love it so much. It fills in the brows very naturally. This is what you would use if you want a natural fill-in eyebrow. Now what I love to do is I love to fill in my eyebrow and then spoolie the heck out of it, and then it just looks so amazing, so flawless. And then to really set that in place, I use the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the color Ebony. I did get a shade darker because I wanted to make sure that the lighter shade helps me ombre and fill in my brow, and then the darker shade helps darken up that tail end, so I get a really nice ombre eyebrow. It's a really nice product and I can't live without this. I feel like this really helps set my eyebrows in place, enhances the longevity, and it's just a really nice staple. And if you don't consider, you know, using a pomade or, you know, anything like waxy, definitely go for a powder. I started off with eyeshadow, but I felt like eyeshadows were either too pigmented or too sheer. This one falls right in the middle. You could definitely build it up, and it's just that perfect consistency for long wearing brows. I do have the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel and Mascara. This is an amazing product, $2 for two sides. I don't really use this on a day-to-day basis because I use my tinted brow mascara. This one is amazing for when I'm doing like avant-garde looks where my eyebrows have to be colored. I'll use this to comb through it, and it will just make my brows look a little bit more polished and everything like that. I don't know, this is just a really good staple. Like if you're looking for an easy brow mascara, definitely try this out. Finally, I want to talk about the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is my favorite brow mascara thus far because it doesn't deposit too much product, and it doesn't deposit, you know, not enough product, you know? It deposits just the right amount for me. I know a lot of people love, you know, Benefit, what is it, Gimme Brow, or the Essence Make Me Brow. I know that's one I tried, but I don't think I like it that much because the wand is really small, and I consider my brows to be really thick in shape. And so I need something that's gonna have a really good thick wand to it, and that's not gonna deposit a lot of product, because I always find myself being really clumsy and always having a glob of product right in the center of my eyebrow right here, or right in the center of my forehead, and it is just so annoying and I hate it. And this is just the perfect product for me. And you know, I have the color Espresso, so that is a little bit lighter. I did put in my eyebrows today. But it just lightens up and warms up my eyebrows just a little bit. Not too much, nothing crazy, but it's just, like I said, my perfect brow mascara. Alright you guys, that wraps up this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Please stay tuned for more of my makeup collection video series. And yeah, as always, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.